Hi everyone. I'm I'm Judge Miss Baby's sister, and I'm the one that always films her videos. Judge Miss Baby is a really smart judge, and she's a really strict judge like a judge is supposed to be. Now, she just started on her judge show today, and I'm impressed that she could be a judge even without going to school for that. I'm impressed because she has been like a judge lately, like, where's my food? Or where's my new UVB? Like she can be a judge without going to school. And I was like, and yesterday I was like, Miss Baby, you have to go to school to be a judge. And then she was like, I don't need to go to school. I'm already like a judge. And she's right, she is already like a judge. So I didn't say anything at all to force her to be a judge. She's a really good judge. So I give her two thumbs up because I'm really impressed. Now, on Judge Miss Baby, you have to be prepared because you have to be prepared for how much she yells because she does yell a lot. Yeah, she does yell a lot. So if you don't want the yelling, if you don't want all this yelling whenever you watch one of her cases, turn the sound off, but you wouldn't know who the people are and the cases are about. So I'd be careful with all the yelling, or maybe you could just put your sound lower, without muting it. Judge Miss Baby is a really good judge, and I do admit she really is a good judge without going to school to be a judge. Now, I think it would seem weird that a reptile is a judge, but that's a good thing because it's a new thing nowadays. Because it is a new thing nowadays. So, Judge Miss Baby. So, I'm impressed by some things that Judge Miss Baby does. Every time after I watch the video, we have to watch the case before we put it on. We have to watch the case and make sure it's a good case before we put it online, because if it's like a boring case then we wouldn't even want it. And then we wouldn't even want it to be online. But all her cases would be really interesting. She's just like Judge Judy. So yeah, Miss Baby is just like Judge Judy. She's a really funny judge. And she's not like a boring judge like, no, she's like, but that's what and she's like that in personality, even when she's not on the judge show. I'm just telling you that. She's like that in personality, like not even like she's like, even when she's not on the judge show, she's like, snap, she's like that personality. But that's what makes her so cool to be a judge, and I'm just so impressed. She always wanted to be a judge, and now look at her. She's finally achieved her dream, and she's really good. And not only she loves being a judge, she's really good at it. So yeah, she's just really good at being a judge, and I'm impressed that she's finally achieved her dream. So yeah, she achieved her dream, and I did not know this until today. Just because she achieved her dream, she's just really good at her dream. It's like this. She wanted her dream, so now she's living the life of having that dream. She's like a really good judge, and now she's living the life of having that dream. She just really loves her dream, and she's also really good at her dream. Remember, if you want somebody to if somebody has a dream and they achieve their dream, that means that they're really good at this dream. I mean, Miss Baby had been wanting to be a judge like she is now for her whole life, and now look at her. I mean, just look at her. She's achieving her dream. So yeah, she does have a really chipmunk voice because she's only 7 years old, but they do make reptile judging for young reptiles, so it's pretend, by the way. So that's what she does, judging for young reptiles. I like that they have that because they do not have that for humans like us. But Miss Baby had been watching, so Miss Baby had been watching Judge Judy a lot. And now she's like, I wonder what I would be like me, myself. I wonder what I would be like, me, myself, being a judge on all those screens and TVs. Like, I mean, she's just so good as a judge. It's probably because she watches Judge Judy a lot. I watch TV a lot, so I know what it would be like for her to be a judge. I know her first two judge videos, which are from just now, aren't that great, but if she keeps doing judge videos, like, let's say that it's her 49th judge video, she'll nail it. You see, she's just been practicing being a judge. Let's say that it's her 48th judge video, and then it's like, she nailed it. So you just have to watch her videos. They will always have so much comedy. She's so good at being a judge. Maybe a little too good at being a judge. Because she yells a lot, so you have to be careful of how your sound sounds. Because if you have, like, hearing problems, you might not want to hear all that yelling and all that loud commotion going on. So I would put your sound not so loud if you have that problem, because she is a really loud judge. Because she is a really good, maybe even a little too good of a judge. Even me and her mom can see that. But even for her first two judge videos from just now, she nailed it. Like, wow, those are so good. It's like, wow, those are so good. She nailed it. It's like she nailed it. Even though she just started being a judge, she really wanted to be a judge. And now look at her. She's achieving that dream, and I gotta say, she's really good at that dream. So I give her a shout out for achieving her, for finally achieving her dream. And not only achieving it, being really good at it. Really, I'm super impressed. Like, wow. But for this judging for young reptiles, reptiles have to be at least 7 years old to get on there, and they have to do a tryout. And I gotta say, in the tryout, she nailed it. So they have to be at least 7 years old to be on the air like that. And she nailed the tryout. So now look at her. The people who own that company of judging for young reptiles, the reptile has to be at least 7 years old to get on there, and that's how old she is. So the reptile has to be 7 years old or older to get on there, and she is 7, so she's just a perfect age. If you have a reptile that's 7 years old or older and they want to get on judge, they have to do a tryout first, and don't worry, they will nail it. If they are a judgy type of reptile like ours, they would nail the tryout and get in. That's all I gotta say. Watch her judging. Bye.